Alright, you can see I'm changing my wheels here, and that's because this is a very flat course, and I feel like I am going to be very much on the back, and boy was I right. This is the VirtuSlo 4Endurance race. It's a 53-kilometer race, all on Watopia's waistband, super flat, and this is the morning after I did the Bologna TT herd race, so this is less than 12 hours after that kind of really brutal climb, and I figured, how bad could it be? And the answer is very bad. Usually in a race like this, it's flat. I can just stick in the group, attack where I want. I have no big expectations here, but figured I'll stay with the front group as long as I can, maybe fall off into a gruppetto, have a good, strong ride. And that is definitely not what happened. So let's take a look. Alright, so we're coming up here on the little climb out of the desert, and it only goes up to, 4 or 5%, it's not too bad, and I'm able to stick with the group here, but it really pushes me way harder than I expect, and I also fall way further to the back of the group than I would expect. I should be able to kind of just maintain towards the front of the group here, and I'm not able to. I'm really pushing it. You can see all that red. I'm on the back. We really string out, and I'm just grateful that I get back to the group before the descent. Again, this is kind of in the morning, so I don't know if there's a little bit of a nutrition issue here, if I really didn't have enough carbs in me. I think it's really just I didn't have the legs. So I'm able to stick with the group, but this is pretty indicative of what's going to happen. So here we're coming up out of those tunnels, and I try and push it from the start because I don't want to fall off the back. As you can see, I'm ready way towards the back of the group, really pushing just to hold on. And then we hit these gravel sections where I'm just losing spots. Also, you have to push a little bit harder on that gravel to stay with it. So I'm with the group for now, but I feel like I'm going to drop. And this is how dropping happens for me most times. You think you're going to drop in a blaze of glory, you go all out, and then you fall off, and that's just not how it happens. It's these repeated pushes where you're at your limit, and to be fair, I probably shouldn't be at my limit here, but where you're at your limit, and then eventually you just fall off, the elastic breaks, and it's very anticlimactic. You can see we go over the little bump here, way strung out. I'm right at the back, and push to get right back on, and we have this little descent, and I just can't. And here we are, we're with these two folks. That elastic has snapped. You can see the group's all way up ahead, and that's it. You can see we still have 34 kilometers left in the race. I'm gonna ride with these two folks, and eventually we're gonna get caught by the group behind, who's I forget what Zwift Racing score this was, but this was Group C. We're gonna get caught by the D's, so let's check out how that goes. So here we are, it's 11 kilometers later, we get caught by that D group, and I hate this. I was really liking just riding Zone 2 with those two guys, but here we have this really motivated front D group, and they're pushing hard, and my legs are hurting, and I just hate every minute. Alright, we're into the end of this race, only about 1.5 kilometers left, and the last half a kilometer, that 500 meters is the sprint. Some people push on a little bit, but I'm able to stick with them. It's usually how I do well, but no one really keeps going. Everyone slows up here and then starts their sprint from kind of a standstill. So we're going to push at about 200 meters left, and we get a good gap. We should have a good sprint here. All the C riders are behind us, so it's only D's that we're really racing with, but this guy in pink just pips me at the line, and I don't know if you caught it there, but I sit down for a second in my sprint. I think, you're tired, it's the end of the race, and you're not thinking super clearly, so you're not, just that lack of focus. I knew the C's were behind me, so I sit down for a second, I lose the sprint. It's okay, I was happy for this race to be over. It's pretty much a mess start to finish. Hope the next one will be better.